Oh, yeah. Welcome to Weddings Uncensored, where we drink and talk and talk and drink.
Ding. We are here to talk about the good, the bad, and the downright crazy of this whole wedding industry. Cheers.
Cheers. Wait, should we cheers again? All right. Sure.
Too many cheers?
Why not?
Today, we are getting into how social media is ruining your wedding planning process.
The clout. It's always about the freaking clout.
Yes, the gram.
Yeah.
How the
why?
gram is ruining your wedding planning process
Yeah.
and in turn ruining your wedding day.
Yeah. So I guess the first thing that I wanted to chat about was how, at least from a photo video perspective, there are anywhere between 500 and, well, some photographers do like 1,000 photos for a wedding, but you'll probably only really see maybe 10.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That people
on a
post.
really good day, right?
You mean that other people
that
will
people
post?
will post.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
like even the photographer and videographer, we do it.
Yeah,
You know, like
that's true.
I'm not trying to post 500 photos.
Right. Or what the planner posts on theirs, what the couple
Exactly.
posts. Exactly.
Exactly. Like usually it's the sneak peeks
Yep.
that you get from the photo or videographer or the teaser. It's literally the best of the best.
The best of the best.
And it's like 10 photos max.
Right.
You know?
A couple of highlights of the whole day. Most of us are not professional models. So a lot of your photos are going to be not that fucking cute because you don't know how to like serve face every,
Yes.
minute of every day. And there's real things happening. There's emotion. There's wind coming in and screwing up your hair and,
Grandma in the background.
Grandma in the background.
What are you doing, Grandma?
So many things happening.
Auntie with her iPad. Bitch, put that goddamn iPad down.
Auntie with her iPad, always here to ruin your day.
I think it's actually more uncles. It's the uncles with the iPads. It's the aunties with the phone and the iPad.
Oh, God.
yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, absolutely. Or those, gorgeous room shots that you see of this like ballroom when it's perfectly set. Well, there's actually 500 servers and vendors going around and we're lighting candles and there's so much happening. So you're going to get one good shot of
That's it.
this whole situation.
And
so
it's not normal.
Yes.
It's not normal. There's always somebody going to be working in that room.
yes.
Always. 100%.
Right.
There's a server moving around. Someone drops something.
Yep.
It's not realistic.
This is
It's
a
really
live
not.
a live event and things happen at live events. And that's okay.
Yes. Very okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
when I think people like their expectations are not set for reality when you are expecting to get back your album or your video or whatever and see all of this footage of your day and you're like, ooh, why am I making that face? Or, oh, like my back looked weird, like whatever. Like there's gonna be stuff that isn't in this like picture perfect version. And a lot of times where that expectation is coming from is other people's weddings, right?
Yeah.
What you're seeing on social media, on someone else's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, things like that.
Yeah.
It's just not fair.
No. No, it's really not. And I think to come from a different perspective too is like, at least for Instagram as a business, it attracts people to want to book us. So we have to put what we see as like best of best moments.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something that we should be doing, maybe posting more consistently, but also showing like
Reality.
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like not just of what you expect is to be crazy awesome, quote unquote,
Well, and something, your opinion on this, but what I tell clients when they're shopping around for photographers, especially video a little bit, but videographer is going to be more edited and curated, right? But specifically when they're shopping around for photographers is I tell them to, find someone whose aesthetic that you like on their Instagram or on their website, but ask that photographer to see an example of a full gallery of a wedding that they've delivered, because that is going to be a more clear,
it's cohesive.
It's going to be
tell the whole story.
A better picture of what your photos are going to look like, though, where you can see that there's photos that you'd be like, what is that, or that she doesn't look so good there, or whatever. So
and what we do, at least on our website, I think some photographers want you to inquire first, and then when you ask to see a full gallery, then they'll send you a full gallery. At least for us, we have now put like a price range, as well as a link to see all of our wedding galleries.
Yeah.
Not just...
That's cool. I didn't know that, actually.
Not just the top 3 that we really like. You know what I'm saying? No offense to the other couples. But it's not just those. It's everything.
Yeah.
It has we use it's called PicTime. And that's where they'll download all the photos and videos and things like that. But we post all of our galleries on there. So that way, and it's on our website. So there's a button that just says, you want to see more? Here's our entire gallery. And it takes them to PicTime, and you can see every fucking wedding that we have shot.
Totally. I think it's important. I mean, like every other part of life, right? Social media is a highlight reel. So whether it's someone's buying a house or they've gone on vacation to Greece or what the fuck ever, like you have to just manage your expectations. So it's not just this one perfect, gorgeous photo that you've seen on social media. Yeah. Do you have clients that come to you and like show you examples of like inspo that they like or things like that where you're like, this is not realistic?
Yeah. Well, I would say if they've voiced that they like, let's see, one recent example was a bride said they wanted to have the sweeping shot of when she walks down the aisle and a camera right behind her, walking her all the way down the aisle.
Yeah.
And I said, we can absolutely do that, but just know your photographer will not have a
hate you.
Your photographer, you need to let them know. Don't have me be that bad guy.
Yeah, on the day
saying, oh, by the way, you're really not going to get a single shot without me in the background.
Yeah.
Of just being transparent of like, yeah, we can absolutely do that. But just know these are the consequences of getting the shot.
Exactly.
It means I'm in there. Photographer won't be able to get any photo. If you wanted the same look,
with your photo,
you literally have to walk down the aisle twice. Not going to happen.
100%.
So, yeah, we've had those, but we try to just be transparent.
I think that's so important. And when you are talking to vendors, interviewing vendors, like they should be real with you on that. Like, great, babe, I love that idea. We can totally make that happen. But A, B, and C are reality. And so, like, now the ball's in your court. It's up to you.
Yes.
If your vendor that you're interviewing is giving you all yeses and it's like, yeah, no problem. Yes, no problem. Yes, no problem. Like, yeah, that should be a huge red flag.
Yeah.
Like there is Instagram versus reality is a real thing. I think that that's very important.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting how like, I mean, again, social media has sort of changed the game, just like how Pinterest maybe like 10 years ago really changed things. Now Instagram and TikTok, I've seen different videographers and there's even vendors that come in, like a specific TikTok vendor that is there to take like behind the scenes footage of your wedding day and make TikToks from it. Like that's crazy.
Yep.
Like that is not a thing that existed even 2 years ago in the wedding industry.
Yeah.
So there's just this like importance or this value placed on things that didn't exist a few years ago. So I think it's just reframing what is important to you and being like, okay, does this really matter? Like, why do I want this shot? Is it just for one really good TikTok?
Yeah.
If it is, again, no judgment, more power to you, but let's think about it.
Yeah.
And when you're looking at different photographers and videographers and looking for this, gorgeous Insta shot that you want, like, are you comparing apples to oranges? Like, is the photographer that you chose only shooting in like beach settings with tons of natural light and it's glowy
nice
and whatever
day, so it's not
but your wedding
sun.
is at a hotel ballroom and it's all going to be shot with flash and it's not going to look like that.
And the room that you're getting ready in has no windows and it's orange lights.
No windows and no doors.
No. But those are, as a photographer, videographer, those are really hard to shoot in because if you don't want the flash photography vibe or a big video light constantly, illuminating the whole room, then it's going to be it'll be candid for sure.
Yeah.
But, if that's the vibe that you want, perfect.
And that
love it.
Also,
I want it.
This is your day, right? Like we as vendors can do what we can to, accent a ballroom or, edit the video so it looks a little lighter or whatever. But at the end of the day, we're dealing with the best that we can. Again, this is a live event. There's real shit happening. There's real weather. There's real humans involved. There's real mistakes that are taking place. So we all can just do the best with what we've got.
Yeah.
I think make sure that you are comparing apples to apples and not apples to oranges. That goes with location, lighting, the type of photo or video that you're looking at on social media. And also, are you comparing yourself to this, $150,000 wedding at this gorgeous oceanfront location and you are getting married at a barn and your total budget is $30,000? no problem. Not saying your wedding is not equally as important and valuable and beautiful as a $150,000 wedding. It is, but it's not going to look the same.
Nope.
Your flowers are not going to look the same. Like it, you know, the photography itself is probably on a different level, like everything about it. So don't make yourself crazy. You know, thinking about things that are not reality.
Yes. Yeah. I think too, from the photo video perspective, you brought something up of there have been times, I'd say when we started a couple years ago, people, when inquiring for photo or video, they would send, oh, can we send you inspiration? Absolutely. Go for it. I got the email or the text message and it's some videographer that charges like $30,000, has a literal team of like 5 people on the wedding day, multiple angles of the same moment. And I'm just like, I mean, if you want this, I literally can't provide that for you. And I don't want you to think that I will be able to provide that for you. I'm going to be 100% honest. If you want that, go pay the 30 grand to go pay for this other videographer to do it, because unfortunately I can't do that. If you're okay with having me and you like the work that I show you and that I have in my portfolio, please hire me.
Totally.
If you want something else, don't ask me to do something, especially for that price difference and the quality, not even quality, just it's a different type of production at that level.
Well, and that's okay. And I think people don't know, right? Like it's not their job to see that there's like 7 different camera angles and that they had 2 drones getting that shot and whatever. Like to you, that might seem very obvious. You might look at this video and be like,
true.
Clearly I can't shoot something like this. But they might just be like, this is really beautiful. This is what I want. So I think our job as vendors is a lot of education. Like you ask all the stupid questions to your vendors. If someone is worth your time, they will be patient with you. They will explain things well. Again, coming from a place of not judgment, but of just education. And that is what is going to make the whole experience a little bit better, you know?
Love it.
Yeah, I think that managing expectations will probably be a big theme for me throughout this podcast. Because with everything, whether it's the humans involved in your day, whether it's going dress shopping and don't even try on the $40,000 dress when that is the budget for your whole wedding, like let's manage our expectations. And a lot of that is tied to money and budget. Unfortunately, that's a big part of this thing. But yes, the amount of time that you're spending, you know, the humans that you're surrounding yourself around that day. There's so many different factors that are playing into things. So yeah, when you're comparing yourself to your rich fucking, you know, bestie from high school who you've lost touch with and is now, you know, married to a millionaire. Whatever.
I think that's a good segue to talk about styled shoots.
Yes.
Because the styled shoots, for those of you that don't know, a styled shoot is basically a fake wedding.
Right.
And it is for content. It is for artistic value for other vendors to try to do something that they haven't done before.
Right.
Or a new service that they're offering and they haven't had the opportunity, or they don't want to provide it for an actual client yet because they're unsure about it or something like that.
A styled shoot is a photo shoot.
Yes.
If you were to compare it to any other, you know, line of work in the world, it's a photo shoot where vendors can show off what they can do. But it is 100% not based in reality.
It is all controlled.
Very controlled.
Everything is controlled.
Right.
The time, the lighting, the rooms, the venue, all of it.
They're typically models.
Yes.
Literally real models. That are doing it. There aren't all those things that we were saying, like your auntie with the iPad and the servers that are dropping glasses. Like they're not there to fuck up your shot. But I think it's so important to talk about because a lot of couples out there that are planning are looking at styled shoots on social media. People that you're following, planners, photographers, florists, every single vendor category has probably taken part in a styled shoot at some point and is posting it, often not really, in my opinion, being super morally honest about it. And like, yeah, look at this. This is like this gorgeous centerpiece. Well, that chair was $17 and there's one of them in that photo.
Yep.
If you have to buy 200, is that realistic for you?
Or there's that seat of just 6 and a sweetheart table. That's it. So you just needed 8 chairs for this one opportunity. And yes, everything looks gorgeous, but put it at scale. Different story.
And the team that's creating this styled shoot is spending like 9 hours all day putting together this photo shoot. Again, not an event, not a real wedding. And it's beautiful and can be a wonderful source of inspiration for people. It can be, like you said, a wonderful source for people to be able to show off what they do. But let's be real.
Yes.
It's not real life.
Yep. No, 100%. I think when we were talking about what to talk about, and I think I told you about how I was shooting a styled shoot, and I showed you a couple of the posts.
Yeah.
And I think you mentioned, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to start doing that. And I think I changed it right there and then.
Yeah.
But putting it in the description of the photos or of the video, like immediately after your little title, #styled shoot.
Totally.
Or if you're putting it on your website, even just saying like, don't put a fake couple name.
Yeah. Oh my God. And people do
Brett
that.
and Brittany, you know?
People do that.
People do that.
They make it sound like it was real.
I hate to say I used to do that because I didn't know at the time.
We're getting real talk.
Yeah, I'm keeping it fucking real, okay?
Yeah.
I'm
absolutely.
Not,
and a lot of baby vendors do this because they don't have real work to
portfolio.
show. If I don't have a portfolio, I'm a planner, and I'm like, well, what am I going to put on my website? You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, and not that only baby vendors do it. Like, there's lots of other people that do it because they are designers and they're trying to show off the latest trend and stuff too.
Yeah.
But I love that. I do think that it should be like labeled. Can we start like a trend in the industry that they're #styled shoot? Just like how if you're looking at social media and now they are legally obligated to put ad or sponsored post, paid sponsor. 100%. Yeah, exactly. Like it's this along the same lines.
Yeah.
Where let's just be transparent.
Yeah. I mean,
with what we're putting out there.
We're all technically sponsoring our work for a styled shoot.
Yeah.
Because no one is making money. At least I'm not making money other than the idea of booking a client that saw it.
It's marketing.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just marketing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think technically a styled shoot should have the paid sponsorship and it has the list of the vendors because everyone, especially the florist, pays for those flowers.
Yep.
So you know what I mean? Like, granted, I paid for all the equipment.
Everyone is putting forth their value into it, just like how an ad or something would be.
But I think absolutely we should start a trend. #styled shoot.
This is our new campaign.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah. Weddings Uncensored.
Weddings Uncensored.
That wedding wasn't fucking real.
We are making a plea to all other vendors to please try being more transparent, being more honest, focusing on education for clients, focusing on, managing expectations, and everyone's planning process and execution on the day will only be better for it.
Yeah.
You're going to get happier clients at the end of the day when you have been honest with them from the very beginning.
100%.
And I think that that's important to remember.
Yeah, 100%. Was there anything else that we want to talk about the clout and social media? I can't remember.
Well, I mean, I think that's there's a larger conversation, right? Of like how social media is ruining our lives. But I think those are definitely some specifics of like when you're looking at items, what are you looking at? Are we comparing apples to oranges? Is this realistic for your wedding day? What is your budget like? And who are you comparing yourself to? And reprioritizing, reframing your brain on why the fuck you're doing this in the first place. And I guarantee you, babe, it's not a fucking TikTok.
Please.
The reason you're doing this is not a fucking TikTok. And if it is,
don't get married.
Let's please have a whole different conversation.
Just stop. You get a timeout, go elope. Timeout, go elope.
Timeout.
Opportunity's gone. TikTok, you said TikTok, you're eloping. Yeah. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to end it. Okay. If you're doing it for a TikTok,
get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
Go elope. I love it. Okay, we are going to be consistent, and we are going to be providing a podcast every fucking Tuesday. Every Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Cheers.